the ceiling. Not sure how that happened. Alright, nonetheless, we are live. Trying to make sure that the camera has absolute focus on me and that I'm in the middle. I'm actually a little too far away for my own good, so if anything, you know what? It's not going to hurt having me up here. You just move a little closer. I gotta get back into using my face cam like usual. Alright. We're gonna start this off on a little bit of a vlog. And debating on whether or not I should do an intro. And if I do, I gotta make sure it's non-copyright, so hold on. Then again, all of my stuff, I had to make sure that it's non-copyright anyway. You know how YouTube rolls, and you have something that has a name on it, they're definitely going to hound you down for it. I know my ending is not non-copyright, so I think I have to just change that whenever I get the chance to.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't start again until you break down. They said, be meek.
Here we go. I've been doing a little editing here and there, so that's the reason why you get to see the whole change of my background in the system. Been doing a little cleaning here too. Tend to be a little dusty after a while of me not using my equipment. Anyway, that's not what the stream is supposed to be about. Opinions are open for anyone to give, but it's really not that important. Why is it that every time I look at television or news media coverages, I get to hear everybody's opinion as if it's supposed to be taken in a form of truth, and it's nothing more than what the person thinks, and that's all what it is what you think, and it's nothing more than that. What you think is not that important, my guy. Or in case if I'm speaking to a female, my girl, it ain't that important. Especially these women that have all these opinions that they want to share on social medias. Such as one in particular that goes by the name of Cardi B. Now, originally I would never bring her name up because of the fact that, well, I don't really care about this creature of any given time, but, you know, a lot of people tend to, and they love her music. I don't know why, but I take it that, you know, the incessant drivel that she speaks whenever she's making some of her songs, and the producers that give the beats to her, and also the backgrounds, which is one thing that I was kind of questioning about as to why the hell are these brightly pastel made colors are accustomed to attracting the attention of children, but all while they would like to claim that there will be some dudes out there that are suspect of being pedophiles, while women are out there doing some pretty heinous shit, which is much worse than the men. Or the men haven't done anything at all and you're just blowing up airs. Anyway, all I'm saying is that the opinions of these individuals, I don't understand why you guys are looking for them. Why can't you forge your own? Do your own research and look at whatever it is that needs to be talked about. And please, by all means, get to the point. I really get tired of hearing from the same crowds of folks that should have moved on about a certain thing too. Which is why I don't typically watch a lot of people's streams or social medias here. I don't really indulge into a lot of Instagram anymore, especially since they kicked me off the first time. The second time is just nothing more than just bittersweet. So it's like, after you kicked me off for reporting that someone, which was a female, was putting her tits out there and on full display for everyone else to see, including children, and she didn't give a shit, even though I was talking about how retarded this was that she was doing it. But yeah, I guess they didn't care about my opinion then. And it was like, you know what, since you also reposted the girl's name, they didn't care about whether or not she was a person, they cared whether or not she was a girl. Because had I been a dude and I did that shit, they would have definitely flagged me down and arrested me. Just put a photo of my junk up there and be like, yeah guys, look at me, I'm over here packing, yeah. But it's okay for these women to do that, which is something I find as a double standard. Stupid. What makes it worse is that you're actually looking for the opinions of women more than you are of men. And men are the ones who made this country. Why is it that you're looking for her say-so whenever she ain't did shit but just shake her ass or her vagina in front of a dude's face, and that's all she's pretty much good for? And most of the women that's out there being encouraged to doing this, they really don't have much to offer, which then lowers their net worth. So it's like black women have free net worth. They don't necessarily have any value of them. They don't do anything. No one knows them for doing anything substantial of any good works. And every time they go on social media bragging about it, it's like, well, if this is what a woman, some other girl did, what are you doing? And they never necessarily answer that question. So it's like, you're stuck in this constant blur in your mind and hoping that this girl can redeem herself from the previous failures of her exploitation. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Then you got the white women. Oh, they are making a fool out of themselves on social media, boy. Just when you think black women are alone, they are not. They're doing the same shit. It might not be as bad as black women, but they're doing some pretty heinous, ridiculous shit. Then on top of that, we got this white professor chick who was at a college that was advertising that it's okay for you as an adult to enjoy the fetish of having an attraction toward children. Now, after I seen that, I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and change channel. See, if this is something that you want to get into, you can try that with somebody else's kid and let's see how far that gets you. Try it with my kid, and I don't have one, but if you try it with my kid, I'm lopping your hand off. Now, what was that you were attempting to do with my kid? Male or female, I don't give a damn who the hell you plan on doing that to. I will hurt you in the most excruciating and crude way possible. That's what seems to be what the craze and what's all the rave today. This place is disgusting. Some would say, yeah, importance are importance. Opinions are important to a certain extent because you get to see the person's mind and how they think. And while you're beginning to see who they are and what they have on their head or in their head, you get to get this red light blinking in your head as to if this person is good or not. Well, me, I already know how someone is based off of the ways of how I study the world, and also I study the Bible too a lot. So I take this into account. I look at all the things that you were supposed to be doing and look at all the things that you are doing. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, I don't know what else to tell you other than the fact that you're fucking up. I'm sorry. If you think you're going to go anywhere by doing if you think you're making yourself stronger by living only in the flesh instead of being spiritually powerful, knowing yourself within and then advancing on with this newfound knowledge and saying, you know what, I'm going to know how to, I guess, make ends meet. I'm going to know how to take whatever I enjoyed the most and use that and turn it into some form of business, or rather I would help out my community. Hell, you don't even have to help out your community. Just help yourself out. First, that's where you would expect to get the best type of notion to become the greatest version of yourself possible, is you help yourself first. Then you can help everyone else. But if you can't do that, then why would you then say, I'm going to raise a charity fund where I can help this community that I'm living in? It doesn't make sense. Because if you don't care for yourself, you can't care for anyone else. At least what you would force us to believe that you are someone that is of some assistance to someone. Up until someone does their research and find out, yeah, you're actually full of shit. It's like I'm going to go next door and clean up my neighbor's house, and my house looks like shit. I have a cleaning service, but my house isn't as clean as much as I would like to represent everybody else's services and cleaning. Now, I don't know what world you would think that would work in, but it would not work here. And by thinking of it, the whole idea is just stupid. And I believe I did see that once too. No, I did see that once. I see it a little bit too often. Because there was a bunch of girls on social media clean themselves up a lot. They doll themselves up, put makeup on, weave or wig or whatever the hell. And they appear as some cam girl or some Instagram thought, whatever. They get themselves on social media and they take photos of themselves from the back, and they always do it from the back because I guess that's all they're good for is their backside. even though they'll either have a backside or they have lack of. Or you'll find the ones that's trying to get one because I guess they don't have it, so they take photos of themselves from weird angles to make it look like they got something back there when they don't. Look like they got a folded piece of paper back there, but it's weird. But anyway, so they clean themselves up to look like this way. And when you look at their homes in the background when they take photos, their backgrounds look like crap. Or they have no background at all. I mean, if you want to know what I mean by no background, I mean like they'll have no furniture. There are no couches, no chairs, not even a desk, no computer. Just all she has is a phone and a refrigerator, and that's it. And like very minuscule, minor amounts of food in there. So I take it that she's always being taken out to eat while not being able to worry about what's going on at home. Or she doesn't have a home and she's just using this abandoned place as some form of, I guess, modeling area or whatever the hell. I don't know how the hell that works, but that seems like what's the end thing. That's what they're going through. And that's apparently what guys like, because apparently there's some dudes paying for that crap. If there's so many women doing it, that means there's some market of where that is actually being, that's what they're getting benefits from. It's disgusting. I'm thinking about it right now, and imagine had I been one of those dudes that would just look at them and just be at awe of what I've seen. Then she invites me over to come to her place and I see an absolute empty room of nothingness. It's as empty as her spirit. And of course, I wanted to say something about that too. A lot of the looks in these girls' faces, they look empty inside, like they look dead. You don't see the color or the happiness. They give you this stare where they don't know what's going on or they're not aware of what's going on. That's something I don't know why you guys like either. A girl that looks like that, I'm going to not indulge in the conversation. Or walk the other way. Possibly block her. Other than that, I already know what to expect. You're going to hear some of the most dumbest shit, but it's not like I'm expecting at that point, if I had been one of those dudes, to talk to a girl that actually has something wise to say. I'm not expecting a woman to be wise per se, just more of obedient above all else. Especially if I'm the man. Like, if I'm going to be your protector, let me be that. Otherwise, I don't have a point of being around. But then we got this modern era today where we got a bunch of guys that prefer to be protected by his woman. Doesn't know how to properly articulate himself in a sentence, at least enough to get whatever he needs to say out that needs to be said. He doesn't assert himself like a man. He talks like his freaking mother. Panders to the every being of a woman, as if this woman is going to give him the world, and she hasn't, and she never will. There's only one individual that has given you the world, and that is the Heavenly Father. So why are you pandering to her? I don't know. I will say this, though. I find it a heinous crime for you to tell me that social media is for folks that have an opinion that they are free to give, and whenever you have something different from someone else's, they're obligated to shut yours down if it's different. Just by me saying that little snip or that little bit in a snippet, I'm sure that'll be in a place where somebody's going to look at that and find that as a way to being offended by, where they will possibly flag it. And that's fine. And it's not like it bothers me, because when I actually stay on the same grounds that I have been, regardless if I'm in your face or if I'm talking to you in front of millions. I don't care. If there was 1 million people against me and I'm the only guy telling the truth, then these millions going to have to get their life together. Obviously, there's something that you guys aren't doing that eventually what you're doing will catch up with you. And what's going to happen later on in the future is going to hurt. It's going to hurt you, your generations, generations, so on and so forth. It's this never-ending curse. Ain't no way around it either. And also, your battle isn't physical. This is always spiritual. Whenever you have a spirit that cries loud and it wants justice by things in a way of how justice is, you want things to be put properly in place where it can be done right. You won't expect right to come out of people that are wicked. That's why whenever I give my opinion, and that's all it is, the folks that are against my opinion, they're so obligated to want to take my videos down that my last channel ended up with 3 strikes, no issue. And these are folks who I don't even come to the channel to advertise to. How did you find my shit? I don't come looking for you. You came looking for me, though. Oh, this guy talking about something I don't like. Let me go ahead and give a flag. Rather not say anything to me in my Discord, though, because they know exactly what's going to happen if they do. I would gladly have you looking like a fool. Whenever I'm up in the mood is whenever I'll finally actually get to the topic of discussion, and also start hammering down on what needs to be talked about, and tell you what exactly you need to do. As a role of a man, my job is to be that leader, instructor, and teacher. If I can't do these things, I don't know what the hell my purpose is. Every time I go online now, I shouldn't see like this big ass armada of dudes banding together to go against one other guy just because they said something different than the last dude. It's weird. If this is what you men are going to be these days, you might as well rock skirts and dresses, which is a lot of what you're doing already. Your mother's calling you princesses, talking about boys could be princesses too. You got Jaden Smith out here and making a decision that he wants to wear drags and shit. Trying to remember the name of that dude. Oh, Dwayne Wade. Because I don't even watch basketball. I don't care about sports. Dwayne Wade is okay with this son being some full-grown... Well, not full-grown, because the son is still a freaking teenager. He's not even grown yet. But before he's grown, they teaching him about sexuality and how it's okay for him to dress up like the opposite gender. His girl runs him and that household. And what his girl allows to let happen is what she has no doubt with doing. So she has hatred against the father, being Dwayne Wade. But he is so powerless and not in control, where her opinions and what her wants are is more powerful than what his wants is. So now, not only she doesn't just hate the father, she hates the son too, because the son remind her of the father. In which we get to see a video of both him and Dwayne Wade in a damn dress. Or a photo. There's photos of that too. I'm not going to disclose it or show that information here. You guys can look that up on your own. The internet is free, well, I wouldn't say free, but it's open for you guys to go and do your research on, just as it is open for me. So you shouldn't have any issues with going to look up this information. Just go and check it out. It's disgusting. We've turned the opinions of these people into reality. And they say an opinion is based off of fact. If it's based off of fact, then why are you trying to silence me then? Or you want me to lie to you? Because I'm not going to. And if you're looking for lies to come out of someone that is of my stature, I don't think so. Now you can tempt me to lie as much as you want to, but it's just not going to happen. And plus you're not that important where I would find myself breaking my commandment to lie on your behalf anyway. I don't know who you individuals are. But there will be some weird individual that will pop up and they'll be like, yo, I don't like what you're saying. You don't think you should tone it down a bit? I'm like, who the fuck are you? I didn't care about your opinion yesterday, today, and I won't care in the future. Quite frankly, me seeing your name, I'm going to forget about who the hell you are anyway. It is not that serious. But it's serious to you, hence the reason why you're so bothered. And if you're that bothered, maybe you should make a change. Become something different. You know, I expect you to do worse, so do better. I don't expect anything high coming out of someone who I don't know. I know that you guys are going to fuck up. You've been fucking up. That's the reason why the Heavenly Father keeps on killing you guys. And you think I find remorse in you guys after you've been put through the amount of suffering that you're going through? I don't care. If he doesn't care, why should I? Seriously. Heavenly Father doesn't even trust his own angels, let alone you. You think I care? I'm only permitted to give you one warning out of the book of Isaiah, and that's it. And after that warning, I'm going to forget you even exist. Oh, what's that? I told you something in the past that helped you? Okay. Still going to forget about you. The hell, it's all more power to you if you want to do good or do bad. Hell, I'm not going to sit here, hold your hand and babysit you and make sure you do good. If my opinion helps you become someone better, that's good. If not, oh well. I'm not saying I'm the guy to come to for solutions. I'm just saying you just need to be your own solution. You need to have a brain too to think, yeah, I'm messing up. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should stop eating. I'm gaining too much pounds. You know, start eating something that doesn't contribute more to increasing the body weight that you have right now. I'm just saying. Maybe you should stop doing drugs if you realize that your liver's beginning to fail, or your lungs are passing out every time you try to run a lap or something. Stop puffing the marijuana, man. It ain't that serious. The reason why you're smoking that weed anyway is because you saw someone else do it and you decided and say, you know what, that looks cool. I should do the same thing. Because these cool kids are doing it. Man, if you don't cut that shit out. That monkey see, monkey do mentality. That's the reason why a lot of you folks haven't done. I noticed that you guys are quick to do something that contributes towards your degeneracy than you are to doing something good too on top of that. What is up with that? Like all the degenerate stuff I point out, you will easily copy, but you're slow to do good. Just like the Bible scriptures describes you guys to a T. Quick to do evil and slow to do good. What's up with that? Because out of nowhere, I noticed that I was asking somebody a question. I forgot who the hell I asked. I'm like, yo, of all the things that women could do, why is it that they decided to be a thought? You know, you could easily become a lawyer. I mean, you're open to, even though you shouldn't be. You're open to be a judge, even though you shouldn't be. A chef, you shouldn't be that either. You should already have the abilities to cook and cook in your own particular home. That's a wife material right there. All these things you should already know how to do. Discern right from wrong, which will teach you how to be a judge in your own manner, but not judge in somebody else's own manner. That's some weird shit, especially someone that's mentally unstable as women are today. This is the stuff that you're given the right to do because of the simps that gave you the power to do so. But going back to the matter, you guys are quick to do things that are against what is evil, what is immoral, what is against your right of existence. And all it does is it supports what you want right now. It doesn't support you permanently. It doesn't give you a blessing where you would expect to have later on down the line in the future. Where it keeps, like it's a gift that keeps on giving. I'm not talking about herpes, but yeah.
What the hell?
point is, this is something that I'm expecting you guys to do as adults, because I'm one as well. It shouldn't be that difficult and to discern what is right from wrong around this point in time whenever we're all having the same brain as the other. Some might have developed than the other individual, but you know, either way, you still got a brain, man. The same sense I had in, well, if I cross this street while traffic is busy, I would probably get hit by a car. You should have that same brain. I shouldn't be like, yo, you need to stop. You're about to get hit. You shouldn't be that stupid. I don't want this video to drag on too long, so I wanted to keep it as short as I possibly could. Anyway, my name is Sabby. Find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Sabby, and also subscribe to me here. Follow my Twitch, follow my Instagram. I'm going to put the links down below. I'm going to figure out how to put this thing where I can automatically have my links down on my description box as much as it was supposed to be. I don't know what the hell happened later on or earlier on in the future, or in the past. I believe I stopped coming here, and because I did, no, that's not what happened. YouTube did its upgrade, and then the live section changed its like studio. So the studio enabled it where you couldn't connect to it by the I guess, what was it called again? The beta version? I don't know if it was beta, but if this version is the beta, then why would, I don't know, you would call it a beta beta alpha beta? I don't know, what the freak is that?
Ultra beta.
Ultra beta. Well, it was fun. I will definitely catch you guys later on. Actually, I'll probably do, no, not probably, I will do a stream right after this one. It's going to be with some Call of Duty gameplay. Then after that, I'll go back to retro gaming with this Final Fantasy Tactics. I will stay tuned. Catch you guys then.